What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Beau, here to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on anything going on in the world of entertainment. This video is probably going to be coming out tomorrow on Monday morning. Today, we're talking about the Cloverfield paradox, aka Cloverfield 3. That's right. If you guys watched my Mission Impossible reaction, you guys heard me talk about for a brief second how Cloverfield 3 dropped tonight. Netflix surprised everybody and said that Cloverfield 3 is not coming out April. It's coming out tonight. And I just finished watching it, and I'm here to give you guys my review. Before we get down with this review, I just want to state that I actually really like the Cloverfield series. I've not watched the first one. I've watched mainly 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I really enjoy 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love how intense that film is. The acting was really well done, and it was just really intense. I really liked that movie a lot, and I actually kind of regret not putting that on my top 10 favorites of that year because it was really good, and I was very much looking forward to Cloverfield 3. It was originally called God Particle, but I guess they surprised everybody, and it's called the Cloverfield Paradox, and they just released it on Netflix, and I just finished it, and well, here are my thoughts on the Cloverfield Paradox. I gotta be honest with you guys. Okay. Like I said, I really enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think that was a great movie. I really enjoyed that film. That being said, though, I was a little let down by the Cloverfield Paradox. Gotta be honest, I was a little bit let down. And I'll get to why. First off, just let you know, this is a non-spoiler review because I know that there's a lot of spoilers that could be said. But I'm not gonna spoil it just in case anybody has not seen it because it literally just came out. But I'm a little bit mixed about this film. I think that there's some good things about this film, but then there's also some things that I felt like could have been a little bit better for my taste. And well, let's talk about them right now. The first thing I'll say is the positives. I think that the positives about the movie is the performances were pretty good. I thought the performance-wise, I thought all the actors did a good job. All the actors and actresses, I think they all did a good job. I think the performances were pretty well done. I think the visuals were also pretty good. I think that the visuals, it reminded me a lot of Star Trek for some reason. I thought the visuals were pretty well done. I think that what was it? I think that the set pieces were also pretty good. I don't know why, but it reminded me of Alien. Did anyone else get that vibe? It kind of reminded me of Alien a little bit. And like I said, also reminded me of Star Trek a little bit. So those are pretty much my positives. I mean, like I said, I liked the visuals. I think the acting was pretty good for most of the cast, and I think that the set pieces were also pretty good. And story is good, but that also falls into a negative territory as well for me. But now let's talk about the negatives. In terms of what I didn't like, I gotta be honest. The story didn't really grab me. I gotta be honest. I think that the story was structured good. It was structured fine, but it didn't grab me. It wasn't one of those stories that really drew me in. Honestly, it was just kind of okay. It was actually a little bit complicated in some parts as well. You really need to pay attention to this movie. This is one of those movies where you cannot just glance away for a second. You have to watch this movie. Eyeballs have to be on the screen throughout the entire length of the film, or else you're going to miss something because it really goes at its pace, and that's fine, but it just, for me, even when watching it, it was still a little bit complicated to watch. There was certain stuff that just, to me, it made sense once I, read reviews and, also, read more about the plot on Wikipedia and such, blah, blah, blah. It made more sense, but when just watching it on my first viewing, it was just a little bit complicated to follow. So that's the first was complaint. My first complaint was, the story's a little bit complicated. The other complaint that I have is that The movie was more action than thriller, and I think that that's a major complaint for me. And I don't know if it's going to be a major complaint for everybody else because as of right now, I don't think there's a lot of reviews out for this film right now. That's a major complaint for me because when I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane, like I told you guys, that movie was great because of its intensity and how well driven it was. Um, and I was hoping that that same intensity and the same, feeling was going to be in this film. And quite honestly, it's not. It's more of an action film, and I was not really digging it. I did not like how they went in that action route. I wanted it to be more of a horror route, more of a horror thriller route, like the 10 Cloverfield Lane film was, but this one was just trying to be more of an action sci-fi film, and it honestly kind of fell apart for me. So at the end of the day, guys, I liked the Cloverfield paradox. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I generally liked it. Um, like I told you, I love 10 Cloverfield Lane, but this one was kind of a letdown. I gotta be honest. I think this one was kind of a letdown. I was kind of let down in certain areas. It does a good job connecting itself to the other Cloverfield movies. That part was great, but the other stuff just didn't really grab me. I don't know why. The other stuff just didn't really grab me. And again, this is my opinion. We all have different opinions on how we feel about movies. For this one, it just didn't really grab me. It just didn't really grab me, guys. And that doesn't mean I'm not excited for what's to come next for Cloverfield. I'm very excited to see what else comes out in this franchise. It's just that this installment just didn't really grab me. It just didn't. Um, I think that they explain a lot of stuff for you, within the universe, and I think that that end was good. But everything else, like I told you, story wise, it was a little complicated at times, like kind of hard to follow. What was the other complaint they had? The movie felt more like an action movie than a thriller film, which is this is kind of the theme for the Cloverfield movies, and I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. It just didn't really work for me. I enjoyed it I enjoyed it for what it was, but I was ultimately pretty let down to be honest. For my score, I'm gonna give the Cloverfield Paradox a 7.5 out of 10, a solid C. I think that if you are a very, 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 very big fan of the Cloverfield franchise, I think that you're gonna find some enjoyment out of this film. But if you're just a regular guy like me who just is aware of the Cloverfield movies and you're not super invested into like everything that the Cloverfield franchise has done, I think that you're gonna be kind of let down, especially coming off from 10 Cloverfield Lane. Comparing this film to 10 Cloverfield Lane, I think it doesn't even need a comparison. I think 10 Cloverfield Lane is way more of a superior film than this was. Um, just ultimately, very, very let down. I was very, very let down by this. I think that this could have been a lot better, in my opinion. Um, that does not mean there's not stuff here to like. I think that, like I said, the performances were good. I thought that the visual variety was pretty well done. I thought the set pieces were really well done. It's just that the story was just a little bit complicated to follow, and the movie felt more like an action film. So, um, I don't know. I mean, you guys let me know. Because honestly, I'm very, very conflicted about this film. There's stuff in there that I liked, but at the same time, there's stuff in there that I just really did not like. So, 7.5 from me. I think if you like the Cloverfield movies, I think you'll like this movie. But if you're just just a normal guy like me, I think you're just gonna be like, meh. Um, but yeah, you guys let me know. Do you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my review for the Cloverfield Paradox. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as been these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.